Hello, welcome back to Monster Train. The start of a new cycle, new beginnings. How exciting, am I right? It's time for Hellhorned. Let's do it. Shall we? Let's do it. Just take a moment to think about it, making sure that I am in fact Hellhorned. I'm actually just gonna go and make sure, because I don't remember putting up an episode yesterday. I did, that's right. That's right. Yesterday's episode was the Umbra melting run. That's right. Or no, not Umbra melting. Melting Umbra. 2 days ago was that feature-length film that was the Umbra melting run. I got sidetracked there for a second because I saw that 2 people disliked yesterday's video. Or no, not yesterday's video. 2 people disliked the co-op with Cranberry video. I wonder why. Maybe people hate Cranberry. Maybe people hate me. If I get a big enough petition, I'll just have Cranberry take over the channel. How's that sound? Anyway. We got Seraph the Diligent, we got Hellhorned Melting, and we got Vent Molded Inferno. Alright, Inferno's cool. It's a good starter. Hellhorned Melting is fine. Dropcage, new and improved, and this is probably the best clan combo for it. Let's do it. And drumroll please. It's... Oh no. Uh-oh. I'll take this one. They buffed him to get 2 rage at level 1. Fine. I'll take Wrathful. He's okay, at least. I don't love him, but he is fine. I do feel very weak, so we're not going to be picking an armor trial here. That's okay, though. We can just pretend the unit it gave me was unplayable. Okay. So we got... We probably want to put you top 4, just in case of a collector. Set up like this. Plus this gives me time to soften up enemies to get him that slay. Hey, look at that. Free money. And a free +10. That should more or less cement the run. Or cement this combat, rather. 18, you're at 8? That's fine. Just vent this floor. I don't want to... You're at 8, yeah, so I don't want to play the drag there. Play it here. All in all, pretty good. I've been thinking about... I feel like I had something I swear I had something that I was going to talk about at the start of this episode as like a, hey, heads up, I've been thinking about doing this. I have no idea what it was. I have a memory of like, oh yeah, don't forget, tomorrow during Monster Train, talk about this thing. No idea what I was thinking. How did I think I was going to remember something that far? What am I, insane? But you know. I think maybe I was thinking about trying to... Maybe I was trying to do something else, like maybe thinking about expanding into another game? I don't know. Probably not. Who cares? Let's just... Whatever it was, it clearly wasn't that important. Anyway. We got Ritual Battle, we got the buffed Welder Helper, who I will pick, because I think Welder Helper is really good with this prince, and now Dripfall applies days 3. Are those cards not making sound effects when I click them, or are my headphones going bad? Uh-oh. I'm pretty sure I didn't hear a sound when I clicked on those cards. Multi-strike +5, +10, and +25. This would be an incredible time to pick up Branded Warrior. Ah. Alpha Fiend. You know, Alpha Fiend kind of makes sense here. Because we have the multi-strike for him, and we have Hornbreaker Prince who's going to act as his tank. Or I can give him +25 and he can act as Hornbreaker Prince's tank. But that doesn't sound great. I think that Branded Warrior would have just been objectively better, because Hornbreaker Prince gets raged up, they together take down an enemy or two. Branded Warrior starts snowballing them and they start wiping whole floors real easy peasy, but don't think of the what could have been, think of the what is. I think we're going to pass. For now, we'll wait. I don't know, Alpha Fiend, this is his chance to really prove himself. I'm very afraid of giving a +4 here, so once again I'm going to have to skip it. It's okay, it was 2 unit drafts, and basically when I skip 2 unit drafts I just pretend they offered me bad units. Makes me feel a little better. That's fine. Although, actually killing the haste enemy without a guaranteed kill for the next haste is a little concerning for me. I suppose we'll see. That's fine. Like, but this can cause a 6-stack wave where these guys tank all the hits, and it can get to be problematic. Hopefully not, though. I want them to go up as 3 so that he gets his Slay, and then Alpha Fiend gets his 2 strikes in. Definitely the best way to go about it. Right on. Alright. Alpha Fiend, after the changes, I think that he's okay. I thought that he was pretty bad before, of course. I think that he's okay. You get that early multi-strike and he gets to kind of go strong. He gets to stronk. I should have put a dragon front, so I would have killed the clergyman. If I put a dragon front, the train steward gets around in. Although the clergyman being there is actually very good. And with the new drop cage drip falling, the high priest gives him 3 days. Look at that. Like old drop cage, but it worked there. How about it? And you know, Alpha Fiend, I think that if there's one enemy in the game, he's great against High Priest, but everyone's pretty good against High Priest as long as they have a health point higher than like 12. So we're going to need an answer to killing backline. Molting Imp is an answer. Do I want to concede and take him? Yeah, he's alright actually. Even if I don't find him endless, it's okay. Because we can reform him, we're melting secondary. And then, so the deck's pretty straightforward right now. Like, I play these 2, and then we're more or less done. Everything else is in support. Could make a second Alpha Fiend? You know, I should have given him plus. I should have looked at the map. If I had looked at this duplication event, I would have given the current Alpha Fiend a plus 25 and then duplicated him. He can stand on his own for a little while, plus some chump blocks. I think that because I didn't do that, I'll just go right path. Nuffer. It's worthless. Until. Yeah, like it's completely worthless until I get a really strong use case for it. But if I don't, I'm gonna be sad. Whereas Firebox lets me get through the 2-cost unit on my first turn. Well, I'm gonna pick up. Maybe I should just take the Ember. I'm gonna take the Stave. That's fine. If we get so the best event, although it's really hard to see it now, I think. But if we could get Dante, I'd be really excited. I think so excited that I'll probably go look at a cavern or 2 and try and find him. Because Dante with Abandoned Stave and Seraph the Diligent is going to have like 11 multi-strike or something crazy like that baseline on Seraph. Which, if you're not familiar, I would argue that's a lot. That's roughly a lot of multi-strike. Okay. Every time we can send... We want them... 3 of these guys going up is really nice. He gets 6 rage, he gets 10 armor. Minus the 3 that he spends on it, but still. And then we can push a little damage to Forge Disciple. Yeah, setting them up top 4 is the way to go. We get the push damage into Forge Disciple so that hopefully Hornbreaker Prince can kill her, and then Alpha Fiend cleans up the wave behind her. The double heavy wave is of course going to be troubling, but... What is it? You're getting 3, 6, 9, or 2, 4, 6, 8. You're gaining... What is it? That's plus 16, wow. Plus 16, he'll get the kill here for sure. I think it's best to just clear this out with Inferno. Save the pain, because that wave will probably go by me. Maybe not. Hard to say. Is this the Daedalus where he spawns a tank and a disciple? No, it's 4 clergymen. There's one of these, I think it's Plating Seal, where he spawns an armor boy as well as the other enemy? Not armor boy, but not the tank. What are they called? The guys who incant. I don't know what their name is actually. I'm gonna think of it. Here I was thinking I knew all of the names of all the enemies in this game, but no. I'm thinking of the guys who incant to gain damage when you cast spells on them. I don't know what their name is though. Weird. I thought for sure I would know their name. So, Hornbreaker Prince, you can see one major flaw in our current battle strategy. He has 12 health. I maybe should have tried a little harder to kill that bomb. I didn't give it my all. Maybe if I had killed that bomb, we'd be a little stronger here. However, it is too late now. I guess we're gonna make a strong, like, reform floor. And try and chunk Daedalus, because as it sits right now, we're not doing a ton of damage to Daedalus here. Unfortunately for ourselves. We're not looking too hot. Hornbreaker Prince is getting, what is he at? He's at 16, so he gets one. He has 2 rounds, he gets 1. We have 120 damage on our top floor. However, we can apply a bunch of Dazed right now for, wow, almost no effect. Yeah, that's a big waste. That's a shame. If only I had drawn that like 2 turns from now. I want to kill one. I want to do this here. I want to kill that healer before he comes up here, because that 1 damage may come to be important. Like, our damage output on that floor is huge, but Hornbreaker Prince just is so weak. He's so low. Let's see, he's at 16, he's at 20... 23. So he gets 2 rounds in. That's 160. You'll do, I think we're fine. You'll do 80 and then 100 and then 120. 80, 100, 120. I think we're okay. I think that we just respawn a drag. Okay, is it better to respawn the drag, kill him, and then respawn him again, or just make another unit? I mean, if I'm not respawning him again, he's wasted anyway. But it probably would have been better to make him and the welder helper so that he gets to go an extra round. That's okay though. I think we have enough here. Do we? Yeah. Alpha Fiend takes it because he's so... He's gaining that 5 scaling per turn, right? He had 93 there, he goes up to 100. Oh, he got another round in. Why did he get another round in? I guess my math was off on how much health he had. Transcend Imp is actually not that bad. Let me think about this. I don't know. Weird to see 2 units here. Huh. Although I'm not sure I've ever seen... Come to think of it, I don't think I've ever seen Bounty Stalker from a unit draft. Does he not show up in unit drafts? Does he not have draw priority? No, he has draw priority, but he doesn't show up in unit drafts, does he? Please, leave me a comment if you've ever seen to the other side of this. I don't think Bounty Stalker is a unit draft. I think I only ever see him out of rare packs. Weird. So there's a few options here, right? There's the Transcend Imp, but we don't see any more common imps. So if I take Transcend Imp, I'm taking space. I'm probably taking space anyway because Welder Helper on Hornbreaker Prince seems really important to me. So important, in fact, that I may be duplicating Welder Helper, which is why maybe I just want to grab Transcend Imp. But Bounty Stalker is a long-term scaling play. We have 2 reforms, but I don't think it's that good. Dark Deal onto Alpha Fiend is actually decent because he's got something standing in front of him. I'm gonna go Dark Deal. He gets like plus 4. He gets plus 28 off of this. This seems solid enough. Cocoon. So our big problem is we only have 1 floor stacking right now. Kind of, I feel like Horned Warrior plus some tank is a classic answer. I'm probably going right path. I'll grab Tycoon and we'll hope to see Horned Warrior. And I'm gonna grab space. If I don't see Horned Warrior, I'll just buff and then duplicate Alpha Fiend. Okay, let's give it a shot. What do you got in here? Endless plus 25 and Burnout 1. Right on. Deranged Brute. Huh. Too bad I can't fit him on the Hornbreaker Prince Alpha Fiend floor, but it's still really strong. I wish I had an Ascend. Yeah, I wish I saw one Ascend card, because getting him on that floor is really good. How good is it though? It's like... It is pretty good. Maybe I'll be... Okay. Oh, it's just, it feels, especially with the buff, it feels so strong. It feels like it's really, really strong. My man's going up to Rage 4 already. Like, come on. Okay. So, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, A, you can see very clearly we have a lot of really strong options here. So, we have Alpha Fiend, Deranged Brute, Hornbreaker Prince, Wickless Tycoon. I think that in our ideal endgame, I'm playing Hornbreaker Prince, Alpha Fiend middle floor, then drip falling a Deranged Brute down there. And on the top floor, I'm playing Alpha Fiend number 2 and Wickless Tycoon. I think that that's our long-term plan here. The Welder Helper or Molting Imp are now much worse, but I think we're gonna throw you plus 25. Molting Imp's fine. He's gonna get Endless, he's gonna kill backline for us, he's gonna do a great job. I think until we get that life going, I think that giving Burnout 1 to Welder Helper is fine. Just so that he is played, does his summon, and then goes away. And then I'm gonna spend 60 on a removal here. Probably get rid of a Train Steward. We want to clear out Train Stewards and Drags right now. Train's kind of cramped. Alright. I think that we have a reasonably well-defined plan here that should take us through everything, but we're not necessarily that strong as it sits right now. Are we? Am I strong enough to take an armor 15 here? I think not. I guess I didn't have to go for the Endless Imp because we could also do holdover on Vent. Huh. That's an interesting point to make. Okay. But I guess holdover on Vent's a little worse against Diligent, I don't know. Although the Imp being Endless, he only does 5, so I should have thought this out a little more. Endless Imp doesn't really take us through Diligent now, does he? Suppose not. Interesting. A minor misstep, but we can recover. I think it's fine to grab the Endless anyway, just because... What else could I have done there? Just not grab it? Sure, but... Oh, I drew Tycoon. Lots of draw priority here. Missing out on Alpha Fiend is tough. Like, him missing around is bad. At least I can play that Imp and have him die, though, and then get Alpha Fiend in there. Alright, buddy, fuck him up. He's only 20 damage. Not a lot, I must point out. Gonna be taking a 1. You can see some of the problems we're facing here, right? There's a lot of inconsistency for one. The deck has 31 cards. It's like okay so far. We get some removals going. We get a little more focus in the build here, and we can see something decent, I think. But you know, the problem with Endless on the Molting Imp is he's 1 card in 31 that I have to draw into. You don't always see him in time, but that's okay. I think that now that I've recognized that against this Seraph it's a mistake, we can begin to correct it. Shall we? Gets his kill. I'll wait on the drip fall. If I throw you a dark deal, you'll make sure I take nothing here. Torch it. I'll wait on the drip fall because I almost have to see it in time to save this 1 damage. Almost have to see it to save this 1. Plus I get an extra 5 gold out of it. There's a one case, right? If it's at the very bottom of this deck. And it's not because it's in my hand. Alright, right on. Cool. Fair work.
And
now my hand's at 105 off of this. Solid. But yeah, this Endless Imp isn't going to do a ton for us. I guess he's fine just because he's an answer for right now until I can get to a magic shop. A bit of work with what you get as well, I suppose. I don't know. Decent though. We'll look to duplicate Alpha Fiend as soon as we can. Important work. Tiresome Climb is probably fine. Ascend a unit applied Dazed 4 is good when used on enemies. Crushing Demise is also decent, but I need to take it easy here. We have 32 cards. Okay. We need to now work on... we gotta go to a lot of removals. And also maybe we can find Dante. I'm not sure if you can find Dante this late. Takes 2, so I guess this is about as late as you could see him, actually. Go to this. Purge a card, gain a card. Right on. I will throw our last Train Steward in. And... I think the rare Hellhorned is the better one here. I'll pull up the logbook anyway, just real quick, but I'm pretty sure the rare Hellhorned is almost always better. Hellhorned, rare. One Horn's bad. Imp cards, this is bad, this is bad. This is like okay. Alloy is great, Last Stand is decent, Dark Deal's good, Spike is okay. I feel like Melting's just a bunch of garbage when you're not playing Melting, right? Big Sludge, hard to see playing. Remnant Pact, Wax and Spike, no way. Sacrificial Resurrection, maybe? Probably not though. Like, I'm gonna go Hellhorned here. Alloy, excellent. Great card. Really hard to find a deck that doesn't like 1 energy plus 25 to any unit. Like, really, really hard to see that, I think. And then you just double stack it up to plus 50 and it's like, oh. You know, just, oh. 1 into it, or no, oh, -1, Inferno. -1's not super important because we have 5 energy, but still good to do. I haven't looked at the Fel because it doesn't really matter which Fel it is. Yeah, Rage Fel, Spell Shield Fel, it doesn't change how I play the combats, or like I don't have to make any special changes, I guess. Spikes 4. Alpha Fiend will... I think it's too much damage. Self-made Harpy, if this were a different boss, like if it were the sweet boss, maybe I would consider something like Spikes 4 there. But the raw damage output of Self-made Harpy is threatening, to say the least. This is interesting. I drew my Endless Imp. But he wipes entire floors in this combat, which I might not want. But let's start with this, right? This always happens. Now, do I want to just have this imp clear this floor out? I don't know. You'll be taking 15 damage to gain 12 rage. I can make you take... what? You can take 20. So you can take a total of 5 damage. And you'll gain 8 rage. I think the best way to go about this is like imp here, torch one of you, and then daze the other. This way, Alpha Fiend gets a strike in. He doesn't gain any rage. Like our boy doesn't gain any rage, but he gets 15 armor. I think that's got to be the way to go about it. Or like this floor, I don't mind just popping that marksman, right? There's plenty going on there. Alright. And then on this turn, you're dying, but you're dying to Alpha Fiend. This turn kind of feels like... 25 and 30. I think I want to push... Okay. This combat's super weird. There's a lot of like micro decisions I'm making here. I think that we want to just keep our Hornbreaker Prince as high on health as possible. And then, because Self-Made Harpy is going to be giving him 20 rage per round. Right. So the best way to go about this is going to be to clear this floor with the imp and then drop our boy. And just stack as much on Alpha Fiend as I can. right? Get him scaling up as much as he can. And just stack armor like crazy. Yeah, I think that's the way to go about it. I have another drip fallen here? I do not. Okay. That is acceptable. I have nothing to mold it, of course, because the only thing that's died is our Endless Imp. So I want you to, was it 16 to be taking 1? Maybe I just want to kill these guys then. Let's look at it for a second here. I think it's fine to just let it go. Because... Nah, because he's guaranteed to be taking damage, so never mind. I missed 2 damage on the tank for that because I should have just torched him instead, but, you know, micro decisions. 108. I can bring back a drag to potentially kill you. But you'll die on the next floor. And this boss, it is actually important for me to make sure I play Molting Imp so that I have it next turn. Because I'm pretty sure this boss, or this combat spawns the boss with 2 Sneak Lords behind it. I actually want to maximize your health, even though that guy's going to gain more. We take the risk. Is it 31? Yeah. It does spawn 2 Sneak Lords behind it. Indeed. I can catch you. Let's look at it here for a second. Do I think that these 2 goons will kill Self-Made Harpy? 25 damage per round. You're going to take 25, takes you to 65 health. And then you're going to do back, oh my god, Rage 4. Holy shit, you're going to do 105 plus 90. So it's 105, it's 195 on the boss, plus... Then the next round happens, you gain another 80, taking you up to 185, and you're down to 40 health. 185, and then you'll do 130. Wow, that's a lot of damage. Holy shit. I'm actually gonna grab the calculator, because I'm just spouting out a bunch of numbers here, and I can't actually keep track. So it's meaning 20 rage, so it's 195 on the first round plus 185 plus, what are you getting? You're going up to 55 times 2. And my Alpha Fiend numbers are not quite right because he's not gonna do 90, he's gonna do 105 technically. Let's add another 5 to that one. 385. 385 in 2 rounds and it scales up. I'm pretty sure they'll win it. So why am I doing all this math, you may be wondering? My answer is I think they win it. I'm doing all this math to see if I can Dark Deal on this top floor with confidence, and the answer is yeah. It's like, it's a very minor thing to micro for, but yeah, right on. Drop a welder helper. Oh god, do not tiresome climb there. Right on. Alright. Are my rage numbers wrong? My rage numbers must be wrong. Rage 4. Oh, I was doing the math as if he had Deranged Brute on the floor, right? I was giving him 20, gives him 80. But also that's not right, because Deranged Brute gives +3 now. Alright. I was incorrect. Anyway. Inflame is good. Rage 4, Armor 5 is good. It's everything that we're doing in this run. It's Rage and it's Armor. That's the whole run right there. Okay. I do want to duplicate. Yeah, I'll duplicate. Alpha Fiend, I didn't duplicate him earlier, but I'm going to duplicate him now, even though I didn't get anything to make him even more duplicatable. That's okay with me. Any Dantes here? No. This is a great clan to grab Petrified Heart. I could also, since we're just about to duplicate, I could throw him a +25, Mr. Alpha Fiend. However, just a flat +10 across the board is really nice, I think. Although it makes our imps harder to have die, I think it's fine. You could also take Blood for Blood and then try to move enemies into the pyre with Drop Cage, which is also an interesting option. Duplicate Mr. Fiend. Okay, so we have a pretty well laid out plan here, I think. I don't I don't know. So against Seraph, our plan is going to end up being stack as much armor on the Hornbreaker Prince as is humanly possible. Righto. Alright. I mean, thank God I have Firebox, right? Lets me just play everything here. No fears. It's Rage Fell. For some reason I was thinking this was Spell Shield Fell. In my mind, I was like, this is Spell Shield Fell. This is not Spell Shield Fell. However, Fell's a great boss to fight because she gives us a free round for Alpha Fiend to smack around. If I ascend you, you'll just die, right? You'll be at 4 dazed. Dazed down by 1, you're at 3, you're at 2. Yeah, there's no reason for me to leave you alive. I guess I could just be stacking dazed on the Fell, but it's not worth much. Unless it does apply 4, which I don't remember if I read that they changed it to apply 4 or not with her. Interesting one here. I think I just play Alpha Fiend down here, and if he dies, he dies. He shouldn't die, though. We have Dregs for him, among other things. But I think it's more important to be drip falling a... I think it's more important for a drip fall than it is for a... sorry, a drip fall on the Brute rather than the Alpha Fiend, I think is more important. This guy's gonna beat my ass. Nothing I can do. I'm gonna take 9 right now. Look at this. Because you kill, so this guy is a +3 currently, instead of a -12 for your health. But Guardian is -12 as well. If I torch this, you're just taking a flat -12 instead of -9. And you're gaining less rage. Right on. This has to be the way to go. Killing that's actually wrong, interestingly enough. He goes up to 47, yeah. And look at these dregs with their tanking for Alpha Fiend. Look at them go. Rage on the sweet boys, it doesn't make a big difference. It happens. Now if I drip fall you, what happens? I get an extra round to try and kill him? I mean, I think I just drip fall the Brute though. So we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna give our Hornbreaker Prince his last 20 armor from this imp. And we're gonna drop him. Yeah, and then the whole floor dies. Good shit. And we're gonna take a 14 from that top floor, man, and that's okay. Because I think we've now set our Prince up to just wipe the entire combat out, more or less. Pretty sure our Prince just wipes the whole game. And with the +10, I don't even really have to worry about Alpha Fiend. The Rage DPS is something to notice, I guess, right? The damage output of Rage Fell is quite high. So my Prince needs to watch out. I need to make sure that I keep in mind that he can die, but it's gonna take a lot of bad rages like this, right? Basically is where I was about to go with that until I was so rudely interrupted by a bad rage like this. If I drop one of you and daze you ×3, how does that feel? Feels bad because I'm stealing 2 strikes from Alpha Fiend if I drop the front, or if I drop the back one. If I drop the front one, how is that? Doesn't feel that bad, right? Because I punch through here, you go up to 45 ×2, and I think this is fine. I think that we have a lot of answers. But yeah, especially if I have Dark Deal here. Yeah. He's always dying to the sweep though, of course. That's okay. That Alpha Fiend duplication is not always going to work out. It's mostly just there, like he was there to soften stuff up and get everything started for us, and he did that very well. I shouldn't even rage this floor. Oh, cool. I'm threatened by Flipped Guardian here. He's gonna threaten a little damage on us. What can I do about that? Good question. My man's up to 205. Ooh, buddy. Okay, so Hornbreaker Prince is gonna kill Fel. It's just a matter of min-maxing my damage taken now. What can I do about you? You're taking a 10. You're gonna be at 14. I think I'm really close to killing him. I guess I can kill him. No, not quite. I'm like 1 damage off of killing him. I put a drag up here. Considered like maybe Inferno top 4 and then play drag for 9. I think that was the way to go to make sure I take nothing from him. That's okay. Pick you. Alright, I should have Inferno'd that bottom 4 actually. I missed 100 damage on Fel for that, which is not nothing. Keeping those drags alive wasn't worth it. Prince always one-shots that front boy anyhow you slice it. If I play this and this, I'll get what? What do I get for this? I get 5 damage, you go down to 5. I play this, I can play Vent and take 0. Right on. It's worth microing, right? And we actually get to kill the statue as well, so we got an extra bit of gold. Like, it's worth considering all of that. And you can see Prince is scaling up like crazy right now. He's going pretty nuts. My man's going out of control with the help of Deranged Brute. It was a pretty good pickup, I would argue. I think I'm gonna just send Fel. She'll go up on Dazed 4, right? Yeah. Dazed 4, she doesn't even get a hit in, because my man's doing so much damage. Dude, the Wrath Prince buffs? What the fuck? He's insane. Alright. So I now officially feel like there are 2 very strong Prince paths. I used to say I thought that Hornbreaker Prince was a bit of a lottery. I forgot they buffed this Prince. Holy shit, he's nuts. What the hell? Reinforce or One Horns? One Horns lets him go, like, out of control. And Reinforce... I think One Horns lets him get even more armor than Reinforce offers him. And then we're gonna take draw. Right on. So our game plan here is to have Prince solo Seraph. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy. Like, actually pretty easy though. Like, no joke, kind of not hard to have happen at this point. See what our forge is. He gets Rage 8! Holy shit! They listened! They listened. Rage is not a good mechanic, except for when you pump him up like this. I did not realize they buffed him this much. I feel like I would have said something about this. Is this a change they made recently? Hold on. I actually gotta pull up the patch notes real quick now. I gotta see. I gotta go to the Monster Train Reddit. Monster Train public patch note. Give me a second here. I gotta pull this up. I gotta see if this is something that I just overlooked in the changes. Ah, so in the changes it says Hornbreaker Prince's Wrathful Path Rage on Revenge increased from 1 to 2 and goes up from there. I thought that meant that it was just going to be 2, 3, 4, not 2, 4, 8. Holy shit. What a great change. Okay, so I did overlook this. Right on. I really like having the Alpha Fiend. So I like the way that we're setting up right now, where the large stone fiend can sit on the bottom 4 and just soften up some heavies for Prince. And then Tycoon is just going to sit on the top 4, farm us a little money, as well as protect Brute until I can move him. What's this 25 going into? Good question. Tycoon is okay, but he doesn't really need it. I'll put it on the... Like, the only thing that this Alpha Fiend could really need is multi-strike. I guess I'll just roll for that then. Endless. Bad. Give him +5, +10. It's fine. And then we'll give a flat +10 to Brute. Help him out a little bit. Alright. And then we get to remove 2. I think I feel pretty good about removing 2 torches. I do have to go to a magic shop on the next path. I think that maybe I should have looked at this path. Yeah. It's fine. I guess, yeah, it's fine. Like, this path is okay, but at the end of the day, however you slice this, the only thing I'm really missing here from not going the left path this time is I'm missing a duplication. I guess it's worth considering, because duplicating the tome could have been pretty nutty, but I'm getting the pyre health, I'm getting the same amount of removals. I'm getting the same amount of money that I missed on the left path. The only thing I'm missing is, instead of this event... Oh, I guess I'm getting twice as much pyre health, I guess. Okay. But I traded my duplication event for pyre health. Eh. You can argue that it's wrong. It probably is. Spikes 5. I mean, with my man getting so much rage, with my man getting 8 rage every time he takes damage, Spikes is gonna do a lot. Alpha Fiend. The problem is that I might bleed to the Pyre, and by might I mean it's fairly likely, because Pyre Wing combat does that to you. But we have a lot of movement cards to move the Pyre Wings out from the back, so I think I'm okay to take the Spikes 5. I've been super conservative on the trials on this run. Right. Okay. We should start with, do I want to kill you? Great question. I think I do not want Alpha Fiend to kill you. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set it up like this. Yes, okay. I Dark Deal here, he gets 15 rage, and I'll just put the big fiend up here. Look at how big he is. This also catches collectors if they spawn top floor, which is worth, yeah, like I think that's worth it. Even just for that. Our boy gets a ton of, he gets his armor scaling started, he gets a plus 25 out of this. He gets a bunch of rage as well. He's scaling up so fast he might be able to one-shot Gilded Wings, like, soon. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw Wickless Tycoon down here so he can farm us a little extra money now. You'll go up here for a Drip Fall. And then you take him. So you're gaining 8 rage. Right? 8 rage? Or no, you're gaining 16 rage, my bad. So that's plus 36 to his attack that he's currently at, so he's gonna go up to 98, 104? Okay. I should probably just hit this. It's not like there's anything else for me to do there, so I didn't really... I guess I could have considered, like, torching my own man for 8 rage. Am I insane? Oh, I forget to... I guess I forgot to take into account that he's losing a rage? Huh. Weird. Yeah, weird. Okay. No, because he should... Why has my rage math been off so much? He's gaining 16 rage. I guess I should count it as gaining 15, so he gained 30 attack of where he was instead of... Oh, did I say 16 rage gives him 36? Ah, that's what's wrong there. I got it. Well, anyway. He's gonna kill everything now. Alright, enough fooling. He just kills the world. I'll put a drag up here. I didn't want to stack that bottom floor because I don't want to lose all my energy from the Pyro Wings. Although I respect that I could have. Min-max our damage taken from here. You're doing 69? Is there any way to kill the Steel Wings without it going to my Pyre? I think not. Right, 69 up here. You're at 105. I guess. Ascending this is still better because I will only take 5 from it. With there's no way. I guess I could draw into Drip Fall and maybe take 0 from it. 74? Oh, because of the plus 5 he gets. Yeah. My mistake. Always forget that. Okay, 10 gold there. As soon as I'm able to put multi-strike on this prince as well, he's gonna start wiping entire floors. Or if I could get trample into him, right? He's just gonna start going insane. I'll take 5, which is fine. It's better than the alternative where that Pyre Wing goes up and does 9 per round for like 3 rounds, it looked like. Probably 2 rounds. Probably, no, it was 3 rounds actually, looking at it again. He was gonna do a lot of damage, is what I'm trying to get at there. I don't know which boss it is, but I think it's the... When I don't know which boss it is, it's usually the trample boss. I just lost 3 energy for no reason there. That's not what I should be doing. Alright. This Pyre Wings is gonna threaten me with a lot of damage. I'm gonna rage this guy up so at least we can push more to him. Yeah, if only One Horn's Tome didn't get nerfed, right? Although, like, I couldn't play it there anyway because of Ember Drain, but still. We want to move this guy down if possible. I can just move this guy up and take nothing. That's also fine. I take 1 for ending my turn with a Vengeful Shard in the hand, but that's okay. Big Alpha Fiend. He doesn't do a great job on top 4. However, I don't think this is a good combat to look at him for. Right on. We took 7 damage for that money, which is worth, of course. Branding Right's hugely useful here. It gives him 8 rage and 20 armor. Nice. I want him to be getting hit, so Engulfed in Smoke doesn't make any sense. Alright, so we have 600 gold. I'll take any rage-based relic from the shop. I'll take, of course, a -1 here. Anything with rage on it is good. Votive Key is actually kind of cool. Endless to the first friendly unit each turn that's summoned. I wonder if it's a permanent endless or if it's just like it feels like this should be a single-use endless, doesn't it? Although maybe that would be bad. Anyway, enough of that. Let's go ahead and begin. We're gonna -1 on 1-horns, of course. I can do a consume onto anything because it's this Seraph. I think that freezing a Drip Fall is a good idea. Great card to have permafrosted. I don't care about the +20, I want to save my money. I'm gonna throw another -1 on the 1-horns. I mean, remove consume from it and we just go insane, but remove consume from Ally of the Ancients also is pretty nutty. Put it on 1-horns. Although paying 5 energy for this is gonna feel bad. I'll just put it on Ally, that's fine. And then a +10 onto Vent just in case. Thankfully this isn't a Pyre Wings combat. Our energy is tight. Even at 5 it's tight. But that's okay. I think I am just going... So we can do 90... I think it's 90, 120, 180. So it's... I can do 2 removals. Or I can do 1 removal and grab one of these. I don't think I need any of these. If I do 90, 120 it's... I can probably do 1 removal plus a reroll as well. I'm not going to take any of these. I have no tomb units. Trader's Quill is actually really nice against this Seraph. I've been a big proponent of this. Unfortunately, I am 5 gold short of being able to do both of these, but I'm a really big proponent of Trader's Quill on Seraph the Diligent. So I will do it. I think it's better than Rage 3. Alright. Anything else I can buy in here? No? Alright. Let's hit it. Are we gonna beat Seraph here? That's a good question. It's answered pretty much entirely by the fact that I have 128 Pyre health. I think that we're okay. Losing space on the middle floor is not great, I have to say. You're Big Fiend? You are Big Fiend. Okay. That's good. If only we had Ice Cream on this run, right? I can actually just... Huh. I can wipe this floor out. I wonder if it's worth it. Because alternatively here, this is a really interesting point interesting position to be in here. I can wipe this whole floor with an Inferno, leaving just Alpha Fiend to knock this guy into lethal range for Hornbreaker Prince. Or I can play Molting Imp, play Alpha Fiend behind it. He'll kill the Light Wings, leaving the Purifier intact, giving me a little more early game rage. I think it's better to just Inferno. I think that has to be better to me. Dragon front. I think that that's better just because I should have enough... Oh, the drag... That's right, that drag doesn't die. Whoops. Alright, that was a big mistake. Because the drag doesn't die. I forgot drags don't always die because of drop cage. Unfortunate. Alright. We endure. That is fine. I think I want to climb the Resolve Boy up, get the free Slay in there. My man's not getting any rage, but that should be okay. I can go up here. It's fine. The only bad thing is I've opened myself up to not being able to play Alpha Fiend, but I don't know if Alpha Fiend on the middle floor is even that important right now. I think, yeah, like I might just Deranged Brute anyway. I feel like Deranged Brute's probably just better. And I can Alpha Fiend top 4 and drip him in. It's just an energy issue then. So I think I'm always doing this. I think this Alpha Fiend... He's just okay. Right? He's not insane, he's just okay. I think it's actually better to leave the space open for the Imp, personally. I'll only get one more out of him, but I feel like that's more value than I'm gonna get since we're all inning Hornbreaker Prince anyway. Alright, so with that being said, I believe the best way to go about this turn then is going to be drag out here, start us off with that. I want to not consume Branding Right. I'll consume Drip Fall. I'll Daze the Curse because I don't want the Curse. Yeah, I don't want the Curse, so I'll Daze the Curse. And then I will just Branding Right you. That's fine. Alright. And I believe that with this I should set my Hornbreaker Prince should be set to solo carry this combat now. I did not realize how much stronger he is now. Yeah. Alright. And then now we just win the game. Like right here, right now, we just take this one home. And yeah, this Welder Helper is just way better. Plus 20 armor every now and then. Plus he gets in here and he actually catches one guy that's gonna leak. Alright, this is insane. I did not realize. Like I had no idea. This prince is actually so strong. He's insane. I had no idea what they meant when they said it scales up from there. Or no, the exact wording on it is it now goes up from there. Which I read as, okay, it just like starts low and then goes up as it did before. Or like it starts at 2 instead of 1, right? Not, oh, he goes up to 8 from there. Oh, that's a very different goes up from there. So yeah, I think Hellhorned now, with this change, Hellhorned has 2 really, really good starting paths. I would say Hornbreaker Prince is maybe the best champion in the game now. Because Wrathful and Slay are both really good. The Slay plus 25, which I think is Reaper, it's called. They're both really, really good. And the other path is there as like a nice little supporting path if you want to if you want to splash in a little multi-strike for flavor. Alpha Fiend is also really good now. As you can see, Alpha Fiend plus multi-strike with this Prince is good. Alpha Fiend works in an early game DPS position while this Prince figures out what the fuck he's doing. I'm giving like a post-mortem on this run as if it's over. However, in case you didn't notice, it's fucking over. My man is 555 times 2 with 300 armor. 595, excuse me. Didn't even matter that I fucked up and picked up this Endless Imp because he's just killing everything. I will clear this 4. And Alpha Fiend did a good job too. I gotta say, I'm proud of Alpha Fiend. I'm very glad for his addition in this run. He did a great job. Our young Alpha Fiend man, he has finally grown into a real boy. He's finally a unit that doesn't make me puke when I see him. I'm not sure I would have picked him if he didn't have a multi-strike. No, I would have picked him when he had the multi-strike, because I'm not going to pick Steelworker. Yeah, that's pretty strong. I gotta say. I think that this is pretty strong. Just do our victory lap bullshit here. Melting played like no role in this run at all, right? I want to look at the deck real quick. What did I have from this deck that did anything in Melting? I guess Drip Fall was really good. And Molding Imps was good. So you know what? And Tycoon, he was also here. Yeah, Melting had a good role in this run as well. Alright, boys. This ends in like 2 rounds. My man is 1060 times 2. I mean, I said it myself. I thought the only way that they could make Rage something that I gave a shit about is if they upped the numbers across the board. And they did, right? Wrathful Prince got his numbers upped. Like, I think that most of the Rage cards are now acceptable, at least. Ritual of Battle is still not something I'm going to willingly pick, but across the board, I think almost everything that says Rage on it got buffed, which leads to moments like this one where my Hornbreaker Prince is doing 2,000 damage around. An interesting run. I'm glad I didn't get the option to do the plus 25 because I think that you can reasonably, like, given both of those, I wonder which one you pick now. Because I think that the Wrath Prince has like a lead time to him, I guess. The prince we just played, as you can see, he has a lead time. So you have to answer, do you think that you can protect him until he starts crushing heavies? Because before it was, he does not gain enough attack to kill heavies. There's no way. My man never gained enough to get there to heavies, because he was only gaining... When he got to 4 rage per round, he was okay. Or 4 rage per hit, because he was gaining like 12 per round, but... Gaining 24 per round is a lot more preferable and gets him to that 190 health breakpoint with the help of like one other unit on the floor below him really quickly. Really cool. I'm really excited about that change actually, because I feel like now Hellhorned and Stygian have, I think that 3 of the clans, I guess actually all of the clans I feel like have a good opening champion. I think the weakest champion is probably the Sentient, because you can't take all the trials with all of the sentience, but like, you know, we didn't take trials in this one and it worked out fine as well. So I think that maybe early game trials aren't as important as we make them out to be. Although, would I have won this run without the ranged brute? A good question. You can actually look at the numbers and find out for yourself, right? But the deranged brute buffs, the rage buffs across the board, all of a sudden, hey, it's me. Maybe I don't hate rage, but I've hated rage for so long, I think I'm supposed to hate rage. I don't know. Also, just one more final note here. Cranberry, get fucked. Oh, fucking got him. Alright. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave me a like. Subscribe if you want to see more. I will see you in the next one. Have a good one.